Okay, good evening, everyone. How are you doing today? Good evening, online. Good evening. Yes, I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. Okay, so did you complete the practicals? Everyone? Online? Did you complete the practicals? Super. Easy, no? Right? How much time it took? Huh? 20 minutes max. Okay, good. Fine. So what we're gonna do today is, yesterday we have seen. But yeah, did you assign 11 policies? Did it work? It didn't work, no? So, Ibrahim, guys, we no need to really worry about how many policies you can attach to one user. But I said maximum how many policies you can have? 10. So for that, you no need to do more experiments like, that is not required at all because it's not at all technical there. But if you want to give more and more policies to one single user, we can use inline policies. What's that? Managed policy meaning one policy, one service. But in inline, can we have multiple policies in one service? Possible. So we can easily use inline policies in real time. Okay. Ibrahim, I saw yours. Sir, yes, sir, but I faced one issue for root user MFA. It worked well for IM user, but now when I tried to scan your code. Authentication code device is not valid. Hmm? Which one? Why? Should not be, no. You create any user also, MFA should be assigned. MFA should be assigned. Okay, try it out again, Asha, or else check with mentor once, or else send me an email with the details. Okay. Okay, so it's actually MFA. The only thing is you need to give the consecutive codes. Do you remember what is consecutive code? Consecutive meaning immediately two codes you need to give. If you, okay, let's say you have given one code now while setting up, and then if you miss another code and then third code, if you enter, it will not work. So two immediate next consecutive codes, you need to put it in MFA in order to assign. Okay. That is the only thing here. Okay. So let me log in. Yeah, one after 10 seconds. Correct. Online, can you please confirm? Can you see my screen and can you hear me well? Okay. Okay. So let's go to the service. Which service is that? IAM. Search for IAM. You can search for IAM or you can recently visited is there no? Here also you can check. You can click it. Okay. So yesterday what we did was we worked on users and we worked on groups. So today, let's work on this rest of the things, roles and policies. So before going to the roles, okay, so we can go with the roles. We can go with the roles. Okay, so what is a role? What is a role? Temporary access without credentials. Yes or no? Temporary access without credentials. Now, see here. Role in IIM, we can just create a role. What we do in IIM is we just create a role. How the role will work, we will see in the coming services. But in IIM, what we can do only, we can only create a role. For example, okay. So let me take a real-time example. Assume that I have launched one EC2 instance. This is a EC2 instance. And this is the Linux EC2 instance. Which one, Nana? Linux. So if I want to access AWS services from this Linux machine, what is the software that I need to install here? AWS CLI you need to install. Yes or no? Okay. Now, from this machine, I want to access what service, for example? From this service, from that machine, I want to access AWS service. Which service, for example? S3, yeah? Okay. Let's take S3. Okay. So I have one EC2 instance, which is Linux. And I have AWS CLI installed, and I want to access S3 service from the machine. Now, I have installed AWS CLI, but what I need to authenticate here? How do I authenticate AWS CLI? Using keys. So I need to configure the keys here. But is it recommended to configure the keys on this machine? Answer is no. What we need to use? Role concept. What concept we need to use? Roles concept. Is it recommended to configure the keys on the machine? No. But you should not configure the keys on the machine, but still from that machine you want to access AWS services. Okay. Is it clear? So now, as you are not keeping the keys here, what we need to configure now? We need to create a role. So let's say, for example, role demo, or give any name. Okay, role one demo, something. Give some name. Okay, now tell me, for this role, what kind of permissions I should add? Which permission I need to assign? Very good. What permission I need to assign? Why did you set S3? Because from that machine, what kind of service that you want to access? S3. For that reason, for the role you have assigned the S3 permissions. And now tell me, the role should be attached to whom? EC2. See here. The role you are attaching it to EC2. No. The role which is attaching to the service, that is called trusted entity. What is that? Which is our trusted entity here? EC2. Which is our trusted entity? EC2. And what kind of permissions that you are adding to the role? S3. So what kind of services that you want to access from the machine, that is the permissions, and the role you are attaching to the EC2. What is the trusted entity here? Trusted entity is EC2. You understand what is trusted entity? Trusted entity meaning to whom that you are attaching the role. And the role has the permissions, meaning based on what? From the machine, that whatever the services that you want to access, you need to assign the permission to the role. Clear? So you got this requirement now? Can we create a role for this requirement? See here. Did we learn about EC2 practicals till now? EC2 practicals? No, right? For that reason, I will do only this part. In IIM, what we can do? We can create a role and we have assigned the S3 permit. That's it. Can we able to attach to the EC2 instance? Did we launch the EC2 instance? No. When time comes, when we learn EC2 instance, there we'll talk about the roles again. But in IIM service, what we can do? We can only just create role. In IIM, you should know just how to create a role. That's it. So can you tell me with this? Okay, now I'll give one more scenario to you. Okay, one more real-time scenario. Okay. Okay. So let's say I have the EC2 instances. This EC2, this EC2. Okay, exactly at 9 p.m., this EC2 instance should be stopped. How should we do? Using what? Using what service? Automation only. Which service? Lambda. Very good. Here you have Lambda. Clearly, see here. Does, okay, here you created a Lambda function. Now tell me, na, from the, by default, the Lambda has permissions to stop the EC2 instance. Can two services can talk to each other by default? No. So here, Lambda should have permissions to stop, to do some work on the EC2, to stop or start, whichever it is. But by default, does the Lambda has permission to EC2? No. How do you give the permission to Lambda? Huh? Using what concept? This is Lambda function only. Listen my question carefully. I have the Lambda function. Does the Lambda function has access to the EC2? No. Lambda, you have written the code, Lambda function that is there. How do you give the permissions from Lambda to EC2? Will you create an IAM user for Lambda? No. What is the concept you need to use here? Role. You're getting it? So here you create a role. Okay. Role to demo, I'll say. Now tell me clearly, guys, see here. I created a role, no? Now tell me for the role, what kind of service that what kind of permissions that I need to attach to the role? Think and answer. EC2 na, Lambda na. I'm saying for role, what kind of permissions will you assign? EC2 or Lambda? Put the logic. See here. And see here. You are at, okay, role should be attached to whom? Huh? Role should be attached to whom? Role should be attached to Lambda. Role should be attaching to Lambda. Role should attach to EC2. No, who will do the work to EC2? Lambda will do the work for you. For that reason, you need to give permissions to Lambda. That meaning you are attaching the role to Lambda, and Lambda should have access to which one? EC2. For that reason, your role should have what permissions? EC2 permissions. The role should be attached to Lambda, but the role should have what permissions? EC2 permissions, because the role will be attached to Lambda. No, here. The role be attached to the Lambda, and Lambda should have permission. No, what kind of permission? EC2 permission. For that reason, for role, we have assigned the EC2 permissions. Now here, tell me, which one is the trusted entity here? Very good. Trusted entity is Lambda. Yes, Lambda. You understand how the roles? Here also what we do is, Lambda, can I create now? No. EC2, can I launch now? No. I can only create a role now. For that reason, I said in IAM, we can just create a roles. How roles in action, we'll see it later. Do you understand these two scenarios? Everyone? So based on this, if the top one is first scenario, the second one is the second scenario. Should we go and create a roles for this? Okay, go, see, just go through that scenario one first. Go through it, see the diagram. And we'll be creating a role. You should tell me what to select, what not to select. Okay, see the diagram once. There is a question, sir, please explain the difference between IAM user and role. IAM user, what do we do? Is used to log into the AWS account, correct? IAM role meaning without credentials, how we will give access to the AWS services is the role. Ravinder. Okay, Nana? Scenario one, you understood? I'm saying again. So we will go in creating a role. What is the role name? Role while demo. What is the trusted entity there? EC2. What kind of permissions that you are attaching it to the role? S3. Why S3? Because from the machine you want to access S3. From the machine, can we access other services also? Yes, if it is other services, for the role you attach multiple services. Clear? Should we create a role for this? You tell me how to create. On the left side, we have role. Click on create role. So this is the first scenario, correct? You are attaching to AWS service or some other AWS account. AWS service. So which one you need to select here? AWS service or AWS account? AWS here. Okay, this is called trusted entity type. Now tell me, based on first scenario, which one is a trusted entity? EC2. So here what I need to select? EC2. And then click on next. And here it is asking for the permissions. Based on first scenario, what is the permissions that we need to assign? S3. You understood? Click on next. That's it. Role 1 demo. That's it. We'll talk about this policy. Create role. Role 1 demo is already there. New. Create role. You understood how to create a role? While creating a role, two things are important now. Two things are important. Number one is trusted entity. Number two is permissions. So many people, what they do, they'll confuse between the permissions and trusted entity. So to whom you are attaching the role is a trusted entity. And the role should have permissions. That permission is nothing but here. The permissions basically. Okay. So is it clear the first scenario? Sir, first scenario EC2 is what we attach to. In second scenario, lambda is what? Yes, why, sir? After watching Bahubali movie, you're asking who is the hero. Okay. Here in this case, we are attaching it to the EC2. Here in this case, you are attaching it to the lambda. Why is the question? That's a requirement. That's a requirement. Okay, I'm like explaining. On the first scenario, my scenario is like this. Listen carefully. I have launched one EC2 instance. I have logged into this EC2 instance, and I got to know that is the Linux machine. And from this Linux machine, I want to access S3. So what is the software that you need to install? AWS CLI. So if I want to access AWS services, how do I authenticate? Using keys. Would you recommend to configure the keys on the machine? You are not configuring the keys on the machine, but still you want to access S3. How? Roles concept. I'm taking one real-time scenario. I'm telling you how roles will be used. So what you did, you created a role. From this machine, you want to access S3. That meaning the role should be attached to whom? EC2, no? The role should be attached to EC2. Okay, you have attached the role to EC2. And from this EC2, what do you want to access? S3. That meaning while creating a role, you need to assign what permissions? S3 permissions. And the role should be attached to EC2. Understood? That is the scenario. And second scenario, we have the EC2 instance running. And exactly at 9 p.m., you need to stop the machines automatically. So which service that you choose? Lambda. So Lambda should go and stop the machines. Yes or no? But by default, Lambda function has access to stop the machines? No. So you need to give access to Lambda. How do you give the access? Will you create IAM user for Lambda? No. What do you need to give? Role. So create a role. And you are giving permissions to, you are attaching the role to whom? You are attaching the role to whom? Lambda. And Lambda should have what permissions? EC2. For that reason, for while creating a role, you have given EC2 permissions. Clear? Kavya. Okay, now, should we go and create a role for the second scenario? You tell me now. Next. Click on create role. AWS service here. Here. Very good. Here, Lambda. Because many people will do the mistake here. They will get confused what I need to select here. So which one I need to select here? Lambda. That is our trusted entity. So created a Lambda. Click on next. And what kind of permissions? Very good. Easy to full access. Next, and here call it as role to demo news. So click on create a role. Now you understood how to create a role now? Everyone? Hmm? Online, is this clear? So here in IAM, we just create a role. So in role, mainly you have two things. Number one is trusted entity. Number two is permissions. Clear? Online, is this clear? Nice. Okay. I'll give you one more real-time scenario in the role. Do you remember we discussed about switch role concept? Switch role. So that meaning I have my account and other person need to log into my account without IAM user. How do we do it? Using roles. For that scenario, I'm showing how to do this. Click on create role. Now, is that AWS service or is it AWS account? AWS account. Very good. Nice. Sir, suppose there is a requirement to use Lambda service from EC2. In that case, trusted entity will be EC2. Correct? Yeah. Ulta. Correct, Nitish. So we have selected the AWS account because you are giving the permissions to another AWS account. Okay, this account, another account. Another account. Guys, anyone online, can you give me some account ID? One account ID, if it is handy. Someone paste your AWS account ID in the chat. Account ID. Account ID, not name. Ayyo. Nitish gave. Okay, enough. So do you see this? Let's say assume that Nitish want to log into my account. So we need to create a role or not? So we are creating a role here and I'm putting here his account ID. Okay, Nana? So if I say require MFA, so he should require MFA. Why if I want to log into my account? I simply click on next. And Nitish want to log into my account and he want to access what service, for example? S3, yeah? Select S3, give S3, read-only access, for example. Next, that's it. I call it as Nitish role. That's it. Click on create role. So I told you, once I create a role, it will generate one URL, I said. Yes or no? So let's go to Nitish role. If you open it, and do you see this here? This is the URL. So I need to give this URL to Nitish. And once he open this URL, he will be logging into my account directly. Or what Nitish has to do is switch role. So if you open, so Nitish will open like this in his from his account and click on switch role. And what is the account name that he want to log in? My account, no? What is my account name? Ria Cloud. What is the role that we have created? And role name, Nitish role. Display name, sir's account. You just do. And then if we click on switch role, automatically he will be into my account. You understand? Switch role concept? Hmm? Password, he should be already authenticated in his account first. He already logged into I already logged into my account, correct? If I click on switch role, automatically he'll be into my. So do you see this? The URL also, role name is Nitish role and account is Ria Cloud. And this is for how many duration? 1 hour. Can I edit it and change it how much ever you want? Yes, you can change it. So permissions. So when I created a Nitish role, what kind of permissions I have given? S3 permissions. Trusted relationship. To whom I have trusted? Nitish account. And Nitish has what access? S3 access. And remember, if at all, let's say Nitish has logged into my account, he's doing some nasty things. I got to know that he's doing some nasty things. What I should do? Either delete the role or revoke active sessions. Once I click on revoke active sessions, what will happen? All his connected sessions will be cut off. You understand? I have given 3 scenarios for the roles concept. You understood? Is it clear, Nana? Okay, now you tell me how to create a role. Nitish role. Someone is asking to repeat it. So I'm deleting it. You tell me how to create. Huh? Vaishnavi asking, sir, can you please add my number also? I have given example, not I'm not giving permission. Uh, okay, now you tell me, Nana, how to do it. Create role. AWS account. Another account. This time should we give Vaishnavi's? Vaishnavi's account. And then click on next. And Vaishnavi want to access what from in my account? I want Route 53, huh? Okay, Route 53, read only access. And then click on next. And I call it as here. Vaishnavi role. And click on create role. And what I should do? Go here and then give the URL to Vaishnavi. Simple. Or else from her account, she can do the switch role. Clear now? Roles concept, everyone? And all the options also here clear? Super. So that is about the roles. So I'm deleting Vaishnavi's role. Next, coming to what, Nana, here? Policies. What is that? Policies. So policies are written in which language? Which format? JSON. So there is a question. Sir, can we access instance without AWS account? Like from a laptop with role? There is a question. Sir, can we access instance? Instance meaning EC2 instance. So let's see the question. Sir, can we access EC2 instance without AWS account? Like from our laptop with role? Let's recreate it, no? Scenario. Let's recreate that crime scenario. Okay. Somewhere EC2 is there. Somewhere Ibrahim is here. Okay. So he has his laptop. He want to access this EC2. Yes or no? This is his question. Sir, can we access instance without AWS account? Okay, he did not log into the AWS account. He has just a laptop. And this is the EC2 instance. In order to log into the EC2 instance, what we need to have? IP address we need to have, username we need to have, password we need to have. So he has all these three. He has IP address, he has username, he has password. Does he need required AWS account? Not required. Does he require AWS account? You're connected to normal server. That's it. So he'll put IP address, username, and password. Actually, this is very early question. Actually, all these things we'll discuss in EC2 section. Remember, let's say if you want to log into Linux machine, we will be using a tool called Putty. What's that? Putty, nahi, Putty. Which one? Putty. What is the tool we use? In order to connect to the Linux machine, what is the tool that we use? Putty. You can use Putty also, you can use Mova Extreme also, you can use Git Bash also, you can use command prompt also. You have so many tools available in the market. But as we all should be in one same page, right? So for everyone, we'll have one standard thing which is called Putty. So he'll open a Putty and he'll put IP address, username, and password, and he has connected to this machine. Yes or no? Scenario is correct or not? Correct. But the question that he is asking is, like from our lab with role. Nana, EC2 will be in AWS. Role you have created in AWS. Can you attach your role to your laptop? Is that possible? With role? No. Understood this scenario? So roles concept is only within the AWS, not outside AWS. Is that clear, Ibrahim? You understood? Very good. Okay. Okay, now coming to the policies. So policies are written in JSON, I said. So by default, actually, we have two types of policies. What are those? Managed policy and inline policy. Till now, we are using what policies? Managed policies. So inline policy meaning that is created and managed by customer. So that meaning whenever you're creating a policy here, it is what policy is that? Inline policy only. Okay. So now let's go. We will go and create one inline policy. Can you go in Chumma create inline policy without requirement? Policy meaning what kind of permissions that you need? Will you give full access? Will you give read-only access? If you want full access, read-only access, go to managed policy. Here you want very customized, limited permissions. Okay, let's say for which service do you know most now? Which service that do you know most now? I am only, no? Okay. So I am, So now let's go and create one policy. Let's say, for example, we'll create one user called Devraj. I'll create one IAM user called Devraj. I'll create one username called Devraj, and I want Devraj only to create user, update user, create group, update group, nothing else. You understand? You understood what I said? I don't want to give him full access. I don't want to give him IAM full access. I want Devraj only when he log in, should be able to only create user, update user, create group, update group. Sir, why only this? That is my requirement. Let's say you are the team leader. Some new joinee joined, and you are creating AWS account for him or her. Will you give full permissions for him? What if he's doing all kind of nasty things there? Yes or no? So you are giving limited permissions, no? So assume that Devraj is a new employee who joined in my project. I want him only to do only these 2, 3, 4 actions. That's it. What are those? Create user, update user, create group, update group. Can we create a policy for this? Should we create? Okay. How do we create the policy? Before that, so you need to understand the policy's structure or syntax. Please write down. So here we have something called, first write down, I'll try to explain it. IAM policy structure consists of, write down, version, policy, policy language version, always include ID, one or more individual statements. Statements consist of SID, which is an identifier for the statement, optional, effect, whether the statement allows or denies access, principal, it's account or a user or a role which the policy is applied to, action, stop, stop actions. This policy allows or denies or results. List of resources to which the action applies to, and finally the conditions for when the is. Okay, na? Okay. So I said the policy is written in JSON format, correct? So the policy has some structure. Okay. Listen this carefully, guys. Here. So policy contains a version ID statement. This is called statement. What is that? Say that. Version ID statement. So basically, version is a policy version. You don't need to do it by default. It will be there. ID, it's a you can just give a name of the policy, and then statement meaning what exactly that policy should do will be under that statement. So what does the statement contain? Statement contain SID. SID meaning the identifier for the policy. You can give my policy or Devraj's policy. You can give any name. Effector. The policy that you are writing should allow or should deny. You can choose it. If it's saying create user, update user, create group, update group. You want allow only this or deny? Allow. If you say effect allow, only the policy will be allowed. Rest everything will be deny. So you can specifically deny also. Rest everything will be allowed. So, and the principal meaning here to which user that you want to apply this policy, that is called principal. Action. Action meaning this create user, update user, create group, all these things will come under actions. What kind of actions that the user has to do? Resources. See, Nana. Create user, update user is you are giving no. Which user he want to update? If I put star in resource, that meaning what? All. He can update all resources. Otherwise, if I say that update user, if I say that, let's say, for example, there are 2-3 users. Can I put the ARN of the user so that Devraj can update only this user? Now, how the user is identified in the policy using ARN. What is the ARN? Amazon resource name. So for every username, for every IAM user, there will be ARN. Now I am creating a policy for Devraj. And what kind of actions that I want to give? Create user, update user. Create group, update group. That's it. Create user, he can create. Update user is saying, no, which user he need to update. We need to give, no. So if you put star, that meaning it will update all users. Devraj can update any user. But if I put only 2-3 user ARNs, he can update only those users. Similarly for the group also. If you say update group, which group Devraj wants to update? If you put star, what will happen? Any group he can update. But if I put the errands of 2-3 groups, only those 2-3 groups he can update. You understand? Okay. So, and that is all the resources, meaning on which resource that the policy will be applied is a resource here. Condition meaning here, you can, let's say, for example, if Devraj wants to do all these actions, mandatorily MFA should be there. Can I put a condition like that? When he is trying to do all this policy, only from this IP address only he can do the work. Can I set it? So these kind of conditions also we can write it in the policy. Don't worry. But is this clear, the skeleton? I'll go to the policy and show you now. Is it clear? Now what we do is, let's create a policy. What is our requirement? Create user, update group, update user, create group, update group. That is my requirement. Can you have your own requirement also? Yes. So how do we do this? Here, create policy. Do I need to write the JSON code directly? No. Which tool is there? We have a tool, no? Visual editor. What is that? Do you see this here? This is the visual editor. Okay, now tell me. So you are writing a policy. To which service you are writing the policy? To which service you are writing the policy? Service name. To which service? IAM only, no? So here we need to select which service? IAM. Okay. Now, you have all these access levels, manual actions. If I select this, all IAM actions, that meaning IAM colon star. IAM colon star meaning what, Nana? All meaning what? Full access. IAM colon star meaning full access. Is it good to go and give the full access like this? If you want to have full access, go to manage policy. No, IAM full access is there or not? You need to create a separate policy for it. Not required. Okay, now we have list and read. Remember this. Once you list, then only you can read it. Correct or not? Yes or no? You have Excel sheet. Example, you have Excel sheet. In Excel sheet, first you need to list all the things. Then only you can read one by one. Yes or no? Without listing, can you read it? For that reason, you have list, read. Okay, I'm opening the list here. Tell me here, which one I need to select here? What is our requirement? Create user, update user, create group, update user. That meaning we need to list user and list groups. Tell me where are those? Here we have no list user is there. That meaning user need to able to list and then list group. I have one. I want only this requirement. Do you all understood, guys? Do you have any question why I'm not selecting the other ones? It is my requirement. So based on your requirement, you need to just no. List user is equal to create user. Is that correct? No. No. List user meaning it is just listing the users. Okay. So here I have selected the list. Next I'm going for read. Here, what I need to select? Get user, get group. Get meaning what? Read only, no? If you want any other, select, get policy, get MFA device, get role, all these things you have. But I don't have that kind of requirement now. I want to just only get user and then get group. Okay, good. Next, right. Tell me here, what you need to create? Create a user. Say, just help me out. Where is that? Create a user. Where is create user? Create user is there. Next, create. Here is there. Create group. Next, update user. Update group. See? You understood? That is my requirement. Can you select delete user? Also, of course you can, but that is not my requirement now. But you all understood, based on the requirement, you can select the permissions here. Is it clear, Nana? Okay, that is my right here. Permissions. Okay, see here. Can he create the policy based on my requirement now? No. Based on my requirement, I don't want to create his policy, any delete, nothing. So I don't want to do anything here. Tagging. Can he tag the user? No, I don't want anything here. No. You understand? Based on my requirement, I need to select it. Clear? Now coming to resources. Now you have given create user, update group. What is that? Update user, update group. Update user meaning which user you want to update. If you say all, that meaning he can update any user, he can update any group. But I don't want. I want to give specific. Okay, which group that he want to update? Do you see this? Add ARN. So can we have multiple groups in real time? And you can mention that ARNs here of that group. If you say add ARN, this account, group, example, DevOps. This is the ARN of the DevOps or not? Or can I copy paste also? Instead of this, if I put star here, all groups, any group. But here I'm putting only DevOps. Add ARN. See? Can I add multiple groups also? Yes. Let's say, for example, there is a call admin group. See here, guys. So group, he can modify only these two groups, not any other group. But if I remove that and put star, all. Okay, now here it is also using user. There is a update user concept is there, no? So which user that this policy has to be updated? And let's say if I put star, what will happen? Any user. But if I just put, let's say, for example, Darren, right? So I put Darren here and I put one more. No, Darren, you should tell his name. So Arun. So now this policy update user can be updated only for Darren and then Arun. Can he update any other user? No. But if I go and edit, add it and then put star, then he can update any user. Now you understood? No? So this is purely based on your requirement. The policy will not be same. It will be based on your requirement. It will be there. And also I told you, there will be conditions will be there, no? Select it. Let's say user is MFA authenticated. That meaning I'm creating a policy, no? Did I attach this policy to anyone now? No. I'm just creating a policy. If I attach this policy to any of the person should be MFA authenticated. Otherwise, he cannot do all these things. And also, I can say that this person should be in particular IP address, from particular IP address. Let's say Devraj is there. I'm attaching this policy to Devraj. So Devraj should be in my company. Then only he can do all these activities. From company meaning, can I give the IP address of my company? Let's say if Devraj is opening his laptop in his home, from his home, can he access all these things? No. So that kind of conditions also you can put it here. Is it clear how to create a policy? Now, if I go here and click on JSON, do you see automatically policy, JSON policy is created. See? You see? Automatically JSON is created. See here. Did we learn? We have a version. Guys, here we have learned, right? We have a version ID statement. A version ID statement. Do we have a version? And then we have the statement here. ID is optional, no? So we have version and then statement. In this statement, we have the SID. You can give any name here. Effect what, Nana? Allow in action. What he can do? Which service? IAM service. And what he can do in IAM? Create group, update user, update group, get user, get all these things. So all these things can be done on which resource? Only this resource. If I remove all these things and put star, for all conditions, MFA should be true. And is it clear, Nana? How the JSON is generated? So simply create this. Next, call it as 5:30 p.m. policy. Huh? I'm just giving some name and create a policy. Okay. So now, can I create a user quickly? What is the username? Let's say Devraj. Okay. Next, attach. And what kind of policy I can attach here? Click on next and then create user. Now, whenever Devraj logged in now, only those things Devraj can do. Can I detach the policy and attach to some other person also? Yes. Can I attach the same policy to multiple persons also? Yes. So like this in real time, we will be creating the policies based on the requirement. Sir, ID is not there. What which should be after version? Nitish, have you read this? What is that? You can put ID also, no problem, but it is optional. Okay. Is it clear now how to create a policy? Okay, I will increase your confidence now. What I do is I'll go to Google and I'll show you a few policies. Let's see whether you can identify the policies or not. Sample AWS IAM policy. Okay. Let's say here. Okay. Do you see this policy? Huh? Can you tell me this what is this policy is doing? Do we need to worry about the version? Do we need to worry about the statement here? Effect is, and what is there in action? Which service is this? IAM. And in IAM, what is getting? Only get the list. Get list meaning what? For what is this? Read only. Very good. Super. Anything that is starting with get is read. And for getting, you need to first list it. List and get are related to read. Get to star meaning anything start. Okay, let's say here. Okay, so policies, create policy. Which service is this? IAM. Do you see Nana here? Read all the starting with get only, no? Get, everything is starting with get only, no? So for that is simply what he put it is get star. So now here, everything is starting with the list only, no? Here. That's why they said that list star. Very good. This one we just did it. That's fine. Can you tell me? Tell this policy. Hmm? You sang some song, no? What? I didn't listen. Young is the Tell me what is it doing? Animal. Add user to group. Remove user to the group. In order to add or remove, first we need to get user, no? Okay. Add user to the group, remove user to which groups? All groups, developers and operator. So if you attach this policy, okay. So if you attach this policy to any of the user, that user can add user to groups, remove user to groups only to these groups. Understood? Is it rocket science to understand the JSON? Oh, easy, no? Okay, now tell me what is this doing? Hmm? Excellent. So you are giving access, full access read only. So EC2 colon star. That meaning EC2 full access to only which region? Mumbai region. Let's say you created this policy and you have attached this policy to any of the user, and that user can access EC2 only in which region? Mumbai region. So like this in your real time, you have so many types of different requirement. Based on requirement, you need to create the policies. Clear? This one. Yes. Giving full access to EC2 only from the particular IP address. Fantastic. Understood, Nana? So remember, this these policies in one shot you will not learn much. So when you keep on working on this AWS and we keep on creating multiple IAM policies, then you'll understand. But at the moment, do you understand the policies? That's how it works. Based on the real time, either you write the policies by hand like this, or go to the generator and then select whatever you need, and automatically JSON is generated. Clear, Nana? Those are called IAM policies. Is it clear, everyone online? Excellent. Okay, so coming to the account settings, you know very well account settings, we have all the regions here. Do not enable any new regions, okay, unnecessarily. And also here you have password policy, uppercase, lowercase, numbers, none. So if you select here, generally for your banks or emails also, whenever you are creating password, is that easily will create a password. It says like, hey, one uppercase should be there, one that should be there. So that kind of permissions also you can put it for your IAM users. IAM user will change their password, no, by themselves. While changing the password, what kind of format should be there, you can put it. But don't play with all these things. Sir, I have a question. Add, remove, get can exist without list. First, you need to list it. Margaret, without list, you cannot do all. Identity providers is related to what? Identity provider is related to identity center is related to what? SSO. What is that? SSO. What is SSO? Single sign on. Okay. I'll talk on that. And here we have access analyzer. What is it, Nana? Access analyzer. Access analyzer is not a technical thing. Assume, I'm just giving an example. See, assume you have so many IAM users are there. As a manager, I said to you, hey, Babu, go and analyze all the permissions for all IAM users. See, someone has given full access. Is it good to give full access? Is it good to give full access in your real time? And someone have given the role access to other company. These kind of things will be there. So because in IAM, in AWS, not only you will be working, your team, entire team will be working. No. So as a AWS engineer, you need to make sure that all the access should be good and based on the security. So for that reason, is it easy to go with all 500 IAM users to check their permissions one by one? Not possible, no. For this, what you need to do here, create analyzer. What it does is, Nana, it will analyze and review the finding. It will generate the findings. It will generate the findings. So I already deleted. So what did you do? Just click on create analyzer. A role, I deleted Vaishnavi role, no? Did I delete it or kept it? Okay. So what you do is you create a role like this and then go here, access analyzer and create a access analyzer. Is it good to give the access to Vaishnavi from my account? No, right? So click on create analyzer, external access analysis, current organization, current account. current account. Bus, just click on create analyzer. Once you click on create analyzer, this guy will go and check all your IAM users, roles, and everything. It will give the findings to you automatically. Based on the findings, you take the action in real time. You understand what is access analyzer? Nice. And here you have credentials report. So credentials report meaning here, I told you, if your manager asks the entire information of all IAM users, is it possible for you to list down one by one? No, simply click on download credential. If you click on download credentials report, automatically a report is downloaded. And if you open that, all information will be there. All users information will be there. See, Devraj is there, their ARN is there, user, when the user got created, right? When the password is there or not, when the password has last use, when the password is changed, when the password is next rotation, when the password will get expired, MFA is there or not, access keys is there or not, entire information you'll get it in the Excel sheet. From this Excel sheet, can you get information and give it to your manager? Yes. That's it. That's it. That's it. I am clear. Easy. IAM is done. So IAM is a very simple service, right? In IAM, what we do is majorly we create IAM users, we'll create groups, we'll create policies, we'll create roles. And another very important thing is what is this? Identity center. What is that? For identity center, you need to have how many root accounts? Minimum 2, no? Is it possible to do identity center with 1 account? Not possible, no? So should I show you quickly? Actually, for you, you know, you cannot do the practical. So you need to have how many root accounts? Minimum 2 accounts or minimum 3 accounts you need to have. 1 account will be your management account and another account will be your member account. Are you interested to see identity center or not? Yes or no? Actually, you cannot do the practicals here, but I'll show you quickly how it works in real time. You just try to analyze it. See here. See here, I have, this is my root account. And what account is this? What account is this? Management account. Okay. This is my management account. And I have another account, which is called, what account is that? Member account. That is also root account or not? That is also a root account. But this is a member account. Like this, can you have multiple member accounts? Yes or no? Like this, can you have multiple member accounts, guys? Yes or no? Louder. I understand that you're interestingly listening it, but replies are important. So we have management account, we have member account. In order to do the practicals very nicely, these many root accounts you need to have. Setting up one root account itself is difficult for you now. Will you set up these many root accounts? No. Okay, assume I have management account now. I have 1 member account. So what I will be doing here is, in this management account, what we have? Identity center is there. Yes or no? Identity center. What I have? Identity. Now tell me, first of all, I need to have all these things in organizations or not? Because if I want to group it, first I need to have what? Organization. I need to group them. So all these things under the organization. So I have the identity center here now. So now, where should I create the user? And the individual root accounts are in identity center. Identity center. Yesterday, someone I took, no? Arun. So we'll take Arun. Okay. So I'll create a user called Arun here in identity center. Or should I create here? Where should I create? In identity center. While creating in identity center, I'll give permissions that Arun need to have which account access. I'll select it. That's it. And Arun will have the URL here. Using this URL, Arun can access all these AWS accounts. So what concept is this? Using SSO. What is now? SSO. Should I show you quickly how this works? Actually, this is not in this account. I need to change to another account. First of all, by the way, do you understand the problem statement now? Guys, everyone, do you understand the problem statement? So now let me log into my another account. So where I have my management account. By default, organizations is enabled? No. So here my account is, let's see whether I remember or not. Today, actually, this one I don't need to show you, but I'm just showing you based on your interest, okay? Oh, come on, go, 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 go. Yeah, nice. Okay. This is my root account or not? Guys, this is my root account or not? So which service we need to go first? Organizations. What is that? Organizations. You see? AWS organizations. Assume this is your account, main account. What account is this? Main account, root account. Now you want to set up organizations in your account. First, in order to do identity center, first you need to set up what? Organizations. Yes or no? First you need to set up organizations. See, if you are interested to do it, you can set up one more root account and do these practicals. Very easy. It will be very interesting. See, log into your root account and go to organizations. If it is not enabled, there will be a just a button called enable. Click on it. And you will get like this. See here. So this is your main account, right? And your main account will be a management account or member account? Management account. So this is your what account? Management account. So you need to add your member account or not? See here, add a AWS account. Click on it. You want to create a AWS account or you have existing account? Don't create from here. You can create it from here also. So before doing these practicals, how many root accounts you should have? 2 root accounts. One take it as management account, another one take it as member account. Okay. So now, as you already have another account, which is member account, can I invite them to this organization? Yes. How do you invite? Click on invite and you have another root account now. Put that ID here, account ID here and click on send invitation. Once you click on send invitation, what will happen is email will come to your email ID. There, click on join organization. Once you click on join organization, what will happen? It will be like this for you. So Nana, this is my management account. And do you see Riya's Dev account is a member account? You understand? Like this, how many member accounts you have, those many will get started listed over here. You all understood how to set up organizations now? Okay, now. So assume that you already have a organizations now. Okay. So now, which service we need to go for this now? Identity center. Do you see this IAM? Identity center. Now, let's say Arun has joined our project and I want to give access to the member account. So should I create an IAM user in that member account? No. Yes or no? No. So where I need to create now here? In identity center. So this is my identity center, guys. This is my identity center. And on the left side, we have users now. Click on it. Add. Where are you creating in? This is IAM user or a federator user? Federator, IAM user. Federator user or identity center user. So click on add user. What is the username? Arun. Okay. Send an email to this person, blah, 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 or whatever it is. Okay. So give all this entire information. Abba. So I call it as arun@gmail.com. Okay. Arun. Last name? Darren. Hmm. Okay. So these are all optional. Now click on next. So can we create groups also? You can create a group. So you can have a team members, no? DevOps group, admin group, security group, support group, like this, you can create a groups. So at the moment, I don't have any groups. Click on next and click on create add user. No, user has been added. But did I assign this user to any of the account? No. So for that, what we need to do is, do you see this here? AWS accounts. To which account do you need to add? Huh? Member account, no? Is it good to add to this? No. So assign user, click on it. Do I have any groups? No. Do you see this here? User. Which user we need to assign? Select it, click on next. And what kind of permissions that you want to give to Arun to this dev account? It's up to you. Yes or no? By default, what access is here? But can you create your own permission set? I showed you how to create a policies, inline policies. You can do all of things. At the moment, I'm giving additional administrator access. Click on next and then click on submit. See, it is configuring now. So let's wait. Okay. We reprovision your supply. So basically, the mail has been sent. The mail has been sent to the user. Guys, now settings here. Do you see this URL? Portal URL? So now what you need to do is you just need to give this URL to Arun. And Arun got username and password, no? Can we reset the password? Let's see. Do you see this? Reset password. Okay. So do you see this information? I just need to give this information to whom? Oh, username Arun, one-time password is that nasty password. Do you see this? So I'll give this information to Arun. What Arun will do now? He'll open this URL. Yes or no? Now I am Arun. Okay. I'm opening in a new incognito window. Okay. I put the URL here. I am Arun. Okay. It is asking username. Which username? What is username? Arun. Click on next. It is asking password. What's the password? This password. Password. Click on. It is asking for the new password. So what I do? Intelligent, no? So I'll take a password like this, put it, set new password, and he is logged in. Now it will be shown. Hey, Arun, you have given access to which account? Do you see that? Riaz Dev account. That how many member accounts are there? And whichever the member account that you have given, assign the member accounts to the Arun, all the member accounts will be listed over here. Now let's say you want to log into the first account. Simply click on it. What kind? What is this? Click on it and automatically he will be, see, signing into the account. Did I create any IAM user? Nothing. See, now he logged in. He logged in. Do you understand? With the one user, he is logged into multiple member accounts. What is this concept called? SSO, single sign-on. Is it clear how to do it? Everyone? So what I did simply, we have enabled the organizations. After that, simply what we did, Nana? So I was signing out. Simply what we did, we enable the organizations and make sure that you have the member account here. You join the organizations, then go to Identity Center and create a user. Once we create a user, then we need to assign the user to the member account, correct? Where you need to go? AWS account, here you need to go. And then select the member account and then assign user to the assign users to this member account. Once you have assigned, go to settings here and automatically you have the URL. And do you see this here? We have the URL. And if you want to reset the password, go to user, go to Arun, and then you can reset the password. Anytime can we disable the user access also? Can you do these practicals? But for this, you need to have how many accounts? Minimum 2. If you somehow try to get the 2 accounts, this will be a really real-time work where you can give access to multiple accounts with only single user, which is called Identity Center. Is it clear? We'll able to do the practicals. So the practicals for you is, the task is like this. Okay, see here. Can you create a role and assign permissions? Role. This one, take the screenshot first. You have these 2 scenarios. Based on 2 scenarios, you need to create how many roles? 2 roles. Okay. Yes, Abhilash, you can. And okay. And next, can you create one inline policy? Can you create 2 IAM users called test1 and test2? Say yes or no. You can create a test1 and test2. Assign test1 for test1, assign IAM full permissions. For test2, I assign IAM read-only permissions. And log out and log in with the test1 and verify the permissions, guys. After that, create one more user called test3. And for this, what you need to do is, I want test3 to have only create user, list user, get user, create group, list group, update user, update group, nothing else. Do you know how to do that? Test3 custom policies. Okay. Test3 custom. What you need to do is log out and log in with test3 and verify what test3 can do it or it cannot do it. Switch roles. I showed you how to do the switch roles. Create an analyzer and check and delete it. Finally, you have Identity Center having 2 accounts, but this is optional. But if you have chance to set up one more root account, you can use the same debit cards, but email ID should be different. Email ID should be different. And this will be really fun while doing it. Identity Center. Clear, Anna? We'll able to do this. So by this, IAM is done. Next, we are entering into the very important service, which I call it as a backbone of AWS. Which one? EC2, the big beast. EC2 is a very big one. And as you are AWS engineer, you cannot call as AWS engineer if you don't know EC2. EC2 is the biggest service. From Monday, we'll be jumping into the EC2. Okay, now. So did you like how we are going it? First theory and then practicals. So these practicals, guys, practicals, please do it multiple times. Don't do it only for one time and okay, I'm done. No. So do it, try multiple times so that you will get habituated. Okay. So I'll put this in Google Classroom. Okay. Sure. Okay. Can I give the final CC for today, please? CC with smile. So great. That is all, guys, for today. And I'll see you on Monday with the next important topic. Until then, take care. Bye-bye. Have a nice day. See you on Monday. Have a nice weekend too. Bye-bye.